What does Vegas over-under tell us about fantasy football scoring? Imagine knowing how many points a game is expected to produce before the first snap is even taken. That's what the Vegas over-under gives us. It's a sportsbook's prediction of the total combined points scored by both teams in an NFL game. For fantasy football players, this number is more than just a betting tool. It's a window into how the game might unfold and what kind of scoring opportunities could be available. When the over-under is high, it suggests a game where both teams are expected to put up a lot of points. That usually means more chances for quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers to rack up yards and touchdowns. On the flip side, a low over-under points to a game that might be more defensive or slow-paced, limiting the potential for big fantasy scores. Understanding this number helps you plan your weekly lineup. If the over-under is high, you might want to lean toward players involved in those games because they tend to produce more fantasy points. For example, if a game has an over-under of 55 points, it's likely to be a shootout, giving your quarterback and wide receivers more chances to shine. Conversely, if the over-under is only 35, it could be a grinded-out game with fewer scoring opportunities. This can help you decide whether to start a running back in a game that's expected to be low scoring, or to bench a wide receiver in a game with a very low over-under. Another way to use the over-under is to compare team totals. If one team is projected to score 25 points and the other only 10, you can assume the offensive players on the higher scoring team will have more chances to produce big numbers. This can influence your decision on which players to start or sit, especially if you're choosing between two options with similar projections. In-season management, keeping an eye on the over-under can help you adjust your expectations. If a game's total is trending upward or downward based on recent news or weather, you might want to tweak your lineup. For example, if a key receiver is playing in a game with a high over-under, you might want to start him even if he's been inconsistent lately. If the game looks like it will be low scoring, you might focus more on players who excel in tough, defensive battles. In summary, the Vegas over-under acts as a forecast for the total points expected in a game. It helps you gauge the potential for fantasy scoring and guides your weekly lineup decisions. When combined with game script analysis and team totals, it becomes a powerful tool to help you make smarter choices and maximize your points each week.